Sick and tired of bitches acting like they wanna know me. Friendly ain't no phony, try to check me, it's a warning.
Welcome to the Evolution Comic Universe recap. Today I will be taking you through my Evolution Comic Universe so far. If you don't know, I'm Evolution Comics and I'm making my own comic universe from scratch. So if that sounds interesting, consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. And thank you for 300 subscribers. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's start off with the face of our universe, the duo Lizard Man and Magnis, both twin teenage brothers in high school who gained the power of lizards, and one gained the power of magnetism. Anyways, Lizard Man is the most easygoing character, and where Magnis is the smart genius one, but they are both nerdy and geeky. They devote their powers for the greater good like their parents who are policemen and a nurse. Now, moving on. I think the Hawk is my most original and well-written character in my opinion. When he was a child, he was abandoned by his parents and was foster cared until around the age of 9, where his single dad finally adopted him. At the young age, he was taught boxing and different combat styles, so he's very versed in combat. Until one night when he was 16, his father was shot dead by a man in an alleyway. This traumatic experience led the Hawk down a dark and gruesome path of trying to find the man who killed his father and mentor. I don't want to spoil too much, but something happened years later that his ignorance, arrogance, and vengeance was not the way of a hero. Moving on, he took the mantle of the Hawk and protected his city. Inferno was a soldier fighting in a war for his country, and he had to disarm a bomb to save a large city, but it would kill him in the process. So he took that sacrifice, but instead of dying, he was infused with the energy of the bomb and produced so much energy he became fire. Not being able to control this energy, he was encased in a suit and used for a weapon of war. Swordkin is one of my newest additions and one of my only female characters. Aside from that, she was the daughter of a great samurai knight who was gifted the power of a practical god. So when he eventually was killed, she gained the power and was earned the duty of protecting the mortal realm. Her story starts off in the age of the samurai, but does move to the modern day so she can eventually team up with the protectors. I did not actually make Glare, but he was made by someone I knew from TikTok, Exile Edits. But he's an official part of the Evolution Comics universe, but I want to give credit where credit is due. Anyways, Glare was entrapped in the sun for billions of years for his acts, but eventually gained the power of the sun when he was released. I have a lot of ideas for this character, but I run these ideas by the original creator first. Same thing for Blackthorn. He is not one of my characters, but he's still a part of this universe. He was made by Eisen, who has been a great supporter of the channel, so I wanted to say thank you. Anyways, he was a normal man who was brought into an evil organization and was combined with this protein and gave him these powers to be able to manipulate plant life, but when he did, it would be corrupted. I want to collaborate with the original creator some more, so this character, because I think it's really, really cool. And for our final hero, we have John Maverick. A space cowboy is a leader of a gang in the outer rims of the galaxy. By the way, this is in present time, so it's not in the future. I have a whole explanation for that if I ever make a comic. Anyways, John discovers a robot from a civilization before, and their people start to hunt their gang. I don't want to spoil too much, so let's move on. Now we're on to villains. Let's start off with Robo. Robo was a soldier for the Vietnam War, and he was a test subject to make him sort of a super soldier. But the experiment failed, burning his skin and leaving the shell of a former self. Not being able to control his powers, he accidentally killed his family, and the government covered this situation up by killing him, but he returned years later with a vengeance, and Lizard Man and Magnis must stop him. Another villain for Lizard Man and Magnis is Tarantula. He was a normal scientist working with Magnis when he started college, and he used Magnis' genius to create something that would evolve the human body and mind. Tarantula did this because he felt that humans needed to evolve and that they were too weak and no longer the apex predator. So he wanted to evolve the human species to a higher level, but it would corrupt his mind in the process with the sense of power and superiority. And for our final villain so far is Violet Knight, an alien assassin sent out to kill the Hawk by an unknown person from an unknown reason. She has the power to mind control the weak and can teleport a short distance. I don't have much of a backstory for her because I made her so recently, so if you have any suggestions for any of my characters, leave them in the comments and I will check them out. Anyways, this is my universe so far. Leave a like if you enjoyed and dislike if you didn't, and go explore the rest of the Evolution Comics universe. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.